what you do is disgusting.
Okay. Really?
You disgust me.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. It's fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting.
So I made a list of 13 things that trigger my disgust. Strongly trigger my disgust. In some cases, these things trigger more than disgust. Emotions like anger, even fear. But let's talk about disgust. The scientific consensus is that the emotion of disgust is biologically programmed as a part of the survival instinct. We are often disgusted by things we perceive as threats to our health and the health of our society. So if you have a lot of disgust like me, take that as a good sign that your survival instinct is strong. So let me get through this list here. Aging. Aging triggers my disgust. Because when you look at an old person, you just know, like, this is not right. Something is wrong here. They are sick. They're unhealthy. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, their body is damaged. Aging damages us slowly, eventually kills us. It's horrible. It needs to be stopped. That's number one. We need to stop this disgusting disease of aging. And yes, aging is a disease. Number two, Alzheimer's disease. Very disgusting. And just the thought of losing your memories. What is worse than that? Other than death. Obviously, death is worse than losing your memories. But in a way, losing your memories is death. Alzheimer's disease is disgusting and it needs to be stopped. Parasites. That's number three. Parasites. Very disgusting. When I look at someone like kissing their dog or their cat, or it's just disgusting because I realize those people could be getting parasites.
After all, it's estimated that 60% of all human illnesses originate from animals.
Or it's the same way with people who live promiscuously with multiple sex partners. STDs, it's all parasites. It's disgusting. And parasites are lethal in many cases. Some parasites, toxoplasmosis. If you have not learned about toxoplasmosis, get on Google right now, look it up. It is fascinating. Toxoplasmosis changes your brain. It does all kinds of crazy things. It slows your reaction time, could make you more violent, could make you more prone to taking risks, promiscuity, all that stuff. It's bad news. And you get it from cats. So people with cats are more likely to... Oh, it also causes depression, by the way. Toxoplasmosis is disgusting. Parasites in general.
What about Canadian bacon? The bacon in Canada, people don't realize, is so delicious. It's like it makes you want to strangle the people that have been handing you the bacon here in the United States.
Yeah, Canadian bacon is pretty
Can you
good.
make an exception for bacon?
No.
You do not.
No.
Wow, you're
no
a really
bacon,
strict vegetarian.
If you eat pork, you have 99.9% chance of getting a parasite.
Is that right?
Okay, next one, 4. Reckless driving. Included in this would be drunk drivers. It's disgusting that these people are so just careless with other people's lives, that they're willing to just drive drunk and hurt people, potentially kill people. It's disgusting. These people are disgusting and they need to be punished severely. Obesity, that's number 5. Obesity is disgusting. Just the lack of self-control. People eating too much. Yuck. Gross, gross. And I've had enough of this fat acceptance movement.
In some ways, fat can be good, and depending on how you image yourself, your fat could actually be great.
Yuck. Obesity is disgusting. Don't try to get me to approve of obese people. I do not approve. I do not condone obesity in any way. These people are killing themselves. They're suicidal. They're slowly killing themselves, and it's not okay. Our culture is trying to glamorize people who are overweight, and that's disgusting.
What's revolting? What's revolting is the body positivity movement. What's revolting is this idea now that you can tell women that they'll be healthy at any size. Why? Because it tells women that you can be fat and you can be unattractive and you'll be happy anyway. That's a lie.
Okay. Hillary Clinton, that's number 6. Yes, she triggers a strong disgust. Particularly, Hillary Clinton has no morals or ethics. She was a lawyer and she defended a child rapist, got this guy out of jail. That's just the first thing that comes to my head, but there's so much Hillary Clinton. Her extensive list of crimes. She's not a good person. She is scum and she is disgusting. But 7, unvetted mass immigration is disgusting. Yes, mass immigration is evil. Okay, these leaders, Angela Merkel inviting all these refugees into her land, not caring at all about the health and safety of the people, the citizens of Germany, and it's happening in other European nations as well. Is this lack of regard for the lives of the citizens of these countries, just by letting in all these refugees that are ruining it for everyone. Mass rapes, murders, more increased terrorism. It's disgusting, and those people need to be they're just shame on them. We as a society need to collectively shame them.
When is this going to stop? When are political leaders going to be held accountable for their decisions, the decisions that they themselves rarely have to live with, but the average citizen does?
Anyone who's for mass immigration, especially unvetted, these people are potential threats. They're dangerous. They, obviously not talking about not all, but it's a risk. It doesn't take many terrorists to cause massive damage, as we see time and time again. 8, child marriage. This is disgusting, and this is something coming mainly from Islam in the world. It's still happening today. Child marriage, and it's even being imported. These barbaric customs, traditions like child marriage are being imported into Europe now. It's being accepted more and more. And most Muslims want Sharia law, and under some interpretations of Sharia law, child marriage is acceptable. This is disgusting. So, yeah. See, this is regressive. This is what we talk about when we're talking about regressive. It's like, hello, these barbaric cultures, primitive, are bringing their barbaric, regressive customs, and they're not acceptable. 9, bum sex. Bum sex is gross, and that's whether or not it's a gay person having bum sex or a heterosexual person having bum sex.
Okay, so butt sex. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty gross. Like, I really don't want to put a penis in my butt, and I really don't see why a guy would want to stick their penis in a butt. Do you understand that butts are where shit comes out of?
Now, this is about health. I don't judge people who have bum sex. I don't judge them ethically. I don't judge them morally. I mean, it's about health. It's about the health of society. It's about these people spreading contamination, becoming contaminated themselves with all kinds of STDs, It's a dangerous, risky behavior. It's also suicidal. So it reflects negatively on them as a person because they are willing to risk their health, and it's dangerous. Bum sex is how many STDs are spread. It's not right. And look, I'm all for freedom. I'm all for freedom. People should be allowed to have bum sex, and it's degenerate. Okay, it's degenerate, and like I said, heterosexual people are just as guilty. If heterosexual people having bum sex, look, that's just as bad. And also should be said here, should be mentioned that not all gay people engage in bum sex. So this isn't about judging gay people. People cannot choose their sexual attractions. This is about judging the behavior, the disgusting behavior of bum sex, whether that's heterosexuals or gay people having bum sex. It's gross.
So the awesome thing about butt sex is that everyone can do it. Everyone has a butt. So before you run out and start putting things in your butt, you gotta know the anatomy, which basically goes like this.
And we as a society need to be careful that this is not normalized, because right now, bum sex is being normalized through pornography, and it's being normalized in our culture. It's promoted on YouTube. I see YouTubers just promoting it, and yuck. Okay, the next thing that is triggers my disgust is degenerate rap music. Rap music promotes all kinds of just horrible behaviors, murder, rape. It's very bad for society. It's bad for the black culture. I think this also has to do why it has to do with why more black people do commit more crimes in general. The statistics show this to be true, and it has to do with the culture. It has to do with the black culture having this degenerate rap music being pounded into young black children.
I'm drinking this shit till 5 in the morning. Your girl's number one pick, call me Mr. Lottery. I let her hit a nigga die pow like a suicide. I ain't giving no more fucking apology.
Well, it sounds like crap, right?
It's not okay. Black rap music, parents need to be held responsible. They need to stop they need to stop allowing their children to listen to this rap music. It's horrible. It's disgusting. 11 on this list would be people who love animals more than humans. That's disgusting to me. Anyone who would love an animal or their pet or whatever, just more than humans in general. Speaking about generalities here. To love animals more than humans in general is disgusting. Humans obviously are better. We're more valuable. We have more potential than animals. And to love animals more is a betrayal. It's betraying your own species. It's like truly disgusting. Humans should always get the priority when it comes to love, resources. Humans matter more than animal lives. Animals are, in a sense, disposable compared to humans. And as long as humans are lacking resources, as long as humans are starving, as long as humans are dying, we cannot afford to put so much attention into animal protection. What comes to mind is just all these people spending so much money on their pets, so much money, and while there's people dying who don't even have food. That money, instead of feeding your pet, your dog, you'd be a much better person if you instead gave that money to human beings who need it. I would respect you much more. The next on the list is assisted suicide. Assisted suicide is truly disgusting. This is not something we should promote as a culture. Suicide needs to be stigmatized. Right now in our culture, we have the idea that suicidal people are weak, they are selfish, and these are all true. And it needs to stay this way. Suicidal people needs to remain stigmatized. And what's happening is assisted suicide and the death positive movement are trying to normalize suicide or act like it's okay, and it's not. Also, there's a slippery slope, because do you want your doctor to have suicide as an option, like to kill you as an option? I wouldn't want my doctor to have that as an option. It's a slippery slope that could lead to people getting murdered by their doctors, things like that. It's just wrong. Doctors are not there to help us commit suicide. If you really want to commit suicide, do it yourself. Do it yourself. Doctors should be there to help us save our lives, not kill us. The last thing on this list is death. Death is truly disgusting because death ruins everything. Death makes life meaningless. I've said it countless times on this channel. This is why we need to try to live forever. Because if we don't live forever, we're going to die. There's only two options here. Let's not overcomplicate this. You're going to either live forever or you're going to be dead forever. So, if you die, let me just run down the list here of why death is bad. This is obvious. If you die, you can't have any fun. You can't have any more experiences. You can't remember anything if you're dead. You lose all memory of everything. This is a problem. This makes your life meaningless if you're honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and just admit that if you die, your whole life was pointless. This is healthy. This is psychologically healthy to admit this to yourself. Otherwise, you're living in a delusional bubble. If you're going to pretend like your life has meaning in spite of death, you don't understand. You don't get it. Death really does rob life of all its meaning. If you die, you lose. You get nothing, and it sucks for you, and that's why death is disgusting, and we need to stop it. Stop it by trying to live forever, solve all diseases, and create an ultra-safe utopian society on Earth where we can live forever in peace and happiness and have fun forever. So that's the end of my list. What triggers your disgust? Feel free to vent in the comments section. I'd love to hear. Look, our culture, we're so censored. We don't speak our mind enough. It's good to vent and share what disgusts you. Share what you're angry about. Share your fears. We censor ourselves too much. We need to be more open, and this is healthy. It's healthy to express yourself and get this stuff off your chest. I'm sure so many things anger and disgust you. Say it out loud, and that's it. Thank you. And may you live forever. It is possible. So I hope you're trying your hardest. And I hope that I see you thousands of years from now. And that's it. Thank you.